With WordPress, editing your site's settings and configurations is really simple and all in one place. Now down here on the left, you will see the settings option. And once we click on that, we have a few more options listed underneath that. Now the first one is the general settings. This is where you're going to go to change the title of your website and the tagline of your website. Now this is what you see on the tab of your internet bar when someone is on your home page, and it looks something like this. Here I have brought up a new tab and opened up my website, and as you can see, the site title, Vid Game Tutorials, is right here, and our tagline, which by default it says just another WordPress website, it shows it up there as well, just another WordPress website. So that's what that information is for. So I'll make that your title, and then make that your subtitle or your slogan or something like that. Next off, it shows you what your WordPress URL is, and just your website URL. It shows you what that is. You have your administration email listed here, so you can change that if you need to. Do you allow anyone to register? You need to check mark this if you want people to be able to register and leave comments on your blog. If you don't plan on having comments or having people register and you don't want a membership on your website, you can leave that unchecked. Then by default, if someone does register, what would you like them to be? Okay, the most common will be a subscriber. That means all they can do is read content and leave comments on your post. That's the most common thing. You have your administrator. That will give them the same access that you have to your website. You don't want that. Author means they can add their own content, make their own post. Editor means they can edit posts as well. So the most common thing would be the subscriber. Next, you choose your time zone, the date format that you would like to use, the time format that you would like to use, the day that your week starts on, and then you would save your changes, okay? Those are the general settings. Next, we have the writing settings. Now, I never mess with the writing settings. The first two options that you have, I leave them just like they are. They're just formatting options. Would you like to convert smiley faces into little smiley graphics instead of those symbols? I leave mine checkmarked. And the next one is, should WordPress correct invalidly nested HTML automatically? And I just leave that off. Then you have a default post category and a default post format. Again, I leave those just the way they are because every time I make a post, I choose what category it goes in. So the default post category doesn't really matter to me because you're going to choose which category you want it to go in. The next option is called Press This. This allows you to grab certain information from different web pages, just little clips of it. I don't use this either. And next is the post via email option. If you wanted to make a post to your WordPress blog from your email, if you don't have access to the WordPress blog itself, again, I've never used this. I always have access to my WordPress website. I'm pretty sure you should as well. So if you never actually open the writing settings, that would actually be fine. There's really no settings in here that are important to your blog. Next option we have is reading. Now this setting is going to come in handy, and it's very important for people who are not going to use WordPress for a blog. If you're going to use WordPress for just a CMS software, then you need to change this setting. This first option is your front page. What is your front page going to be? If your website is based around a blog, then leave it just like it is and keep it on your latest post. That means when someone types in your domain name, they're going to get taken to your blog and see all your blog posts. If you're not using a blog and you're making this straight up a CMS website with pages and information, you need to select a static page. And then for the front page, you need to select whatever page you want them to see when they first land. This is usually a landing page, a home page with certain information you want them to see when they first land on your website. That's what you need to choose. So for example, if I choose About Us and I save it, that means when someone goes to our website, they're not going to see our blog. They're going to see the About Us page. See? This is the home page now, the About Us page. So this is good for landing pages, email opt-in pages, the squeeze pages, anything like that. That's what this is used for. The next option is, how many blog pages do you want to show at one time on the same page? So at 10, that means they would show 10 blog posts before the visitor would have to click next to see more blog posts. How many items do you want to show in the syndication feed? Right now it's on 10. I leave it like that as well. Now for your blog, for each article, do you want to show the full text or the summary? What that means is, when you're on your blog and you have a whole list of posts, do you want the post on the home blog page to show the entire post content? Or do you want to show just a summary and then make the visitor click on read more to see the rest of that post? Now, if your posts are really long, like for example tutorials, I would choose the summary, give them a little snippet, and then they have to actually go to the post page itself to see the rest of it. That makes your blog post page look a lot more smooth and a lot more professional. The next option is the search engine visibility. Do you want search engines to crawl your site and rank your site in their search engines? Yes, you definitely do. The only reason you would ever checkmark this box is if you don't want any traffic. Maybe it's a personal website, maybe you're testing things out and you don't want any traffic at all. That's the only reason that you would checkmark that box. And once you have these set up the way you would like, click on Save Changes, and we'll move on to discussion. Okay, now this is all about the comments on your blog. If you're not running a blog, or if you do not allow comments, then you can skip this section, okay? The first three settings are, would you like to attempt to notify any blogs linked from an article? You can select yes. That means if you create a blog post and you link to another website, WordPress will attempt to notify them that you have linked to them and it's a backlink. So you can leave that checked. The second one is, would you allow link notifications from other blogs? Same thing. If another blog links to you, would you like to know about it? That's a backlink, so you can leave that checked as well. The next option is, do you allow people to post comments on your new articles? So this right here is a big setting. Do you want people to post comments on new pages and posts? Completely up to you. You can turn them on or off right there. Now, if you leave them on, you need to go to the next section. Do you want the comment author to fill out their name and email? Yes or no? Users must be registered and logged in to comment. If I allow comments, I check mark this box. I want users to be registered to my website before they comment. If you allow guests to comment, you get a lot of spam. You get a lot of robots and software coming and posting automatically and spamming your blog. And I don't like that. So I make sure they register to leave a comment. Then you can automatically close the comment on any post older than however many days you'd like. It's a personal setting, up to you. Do you want to allow threaded, nested comments? That means, do you want to allow people to reply to other people? I would leave that on. Visitors love to engage with each other and have conversations with each other, so I would leave that on. You can break the comments into multiple pages if you like. And then email settings. Do you want an email every time someone leaves a comment? I would leave that off. And do you want an email every time a comment is held for moderation? I would leave that off as well. If you leave this on, you're going to get a comment all the time, okay? Now, before the comment appears, you can set it to where you have to approve every single comment. Completely up to you. It kind of depends on how many comments you're getting. If you're not getting too many comments at all, you can leave that on. It's not a problem. If you're getting all kinds of comments, that can kind of get annoying, having to approve every single comment. And then if you do have to approve every single comment, you can check mark this next box to where once you approve their first comment, all of their comments after that are automatically approved. Okay? Kind of like a trust thing. Next, we have the comment moderation. You can enter information into this box, and if a post is made, a comment is made with any of this information, if it contains any of this information, it's automatically sent to moderation. You have to check it out. Now, the first option is 2 links. I put this on 1 link. If a comment is left and it has a URL in it, I want to see what it is, because most likely they're spamming and trying to get traffic to their own website. So I set that, and then you can set words in here. You can put names in here. You can put emails. You can put URLs. Anything you want in here. And for example, if I put google.com in here, and someone leaves a comment, and their comment contains google.com, it gets sent to moderation automatically, and I get to check it out. So it's kind of a cool system you can use to kind of not allow comments of things that you would not like to be talked about on your blog. Now, the next option is the exact same thing, but anything that you enter in this box, instead of it getting sent to moderation, it will automatically be marked as spam and be deleted. Okay, this is usually used for cuss words, for spam websites that you know of. You can block spammers' IP addresses, things like that. And the next option is the avatars. Do you want to allow avatars next to your comments? You can choose to show them or hide them. If you do show them, you can have a default avatar of what you want to show. A mystery man, a blank one, These four are pretty cool. Or the Gravatar. Now, the Gravatar logo is a website that works with WordPress, and someone can go to the Gravatar website themselves and sign up and upload their own avatar. And then when they're on your website, it's going to show whatever avatar they have uploaded. Okay, so that's pretty neat. All personal options. Now, the next setting we can take a look at is the media setting. Now, if you watched our media video, you'll remember when we uploaded media, we had the option to make it medium size, thumbnail size, or the full size. Like when I inserted that picture into our post, I chose the full size. Well, the medium size and the thumbnail size are right here. You set these to whatever you would like them to be. I keep them how they are right now because those are the common sizes for thumbnail sizes and medium sizes and large sizes. So I would keep it just like it is right now. This is just a personal option though. If you need to change this for any reason, this is where you would change it. And last but not least, on the settings, we have the permalinks. This is how you want your URLs to look, okay? Now, you need to keep this on post name 99.9% of the time. If this is an SEO-friendly website, you want people to find your website easy on Google and Yahoo and things like that when they search for keywords, you need to keep it on post name. That means it'll be your URL.com / whatever your post name is, whatever your page name is, okay? You don't want things like default. That just gives you a random number string and you don't rank in search engines. And the main reason for this is it's just easy to link to it. It's easy to get ranked in search engines with your post name for your keywords, okay? So just keep it on post name. Trust me on that one. I would not change that, okay? And that's it for the settings. That's how you edit and configure most of your WordPress settings. It's pretty simple.